We're live.
Here we go again.
Here we go again, and we're outdoors.
Another beautiful day here.
Yep.
I won't say it.
I will. Buffalo.
Well, beautiful river.
Yeah.
What the French thought was beautiful river. The Indians' way was beautiful river, and it just was easier to say buffalo.
Yeah, it was. And quite frankly, there was nothing real beautiful about it. But anyway.
I just don't know how the early settlers withstood a lake effect snowstorm. I mean, those buffalo hides could only hold so much.
It's like, get me the hell out of here.
But anyways, another show.
Yep.
And a couple of we're going to talk about the Sabres draft and stuff, but we got a couple of comments last week from a few people, but a dear friend Eddie Katowski, and quoting the on the anniversary of the no goal foot in the crease.
Foot in the crease.
And that, a lot of people said, we got screwed, and others are saying, get over it, get over it. I'll just say this. The play should have been restarted.
Mm-hmm.
The play should have been restarted. That was the rule. That the NHL did a horrible cover-up. We now know that Brian Lewis just got up and left the replay room. The players were furious. The Sabres still wanted to play. Yeah, Holzinger went by and didn't check the guy, and we hit a couple goalposts and we couldn't score. But you restart that thing and you never know. And I sure like a seventh game, winner take all, with Dominic Hasek, the best goalie that maybe ever played the game.
Yeah.
In the net for us, and from what we've heard now from their own accounts, Madonna and Hull could not have played.
Yeah,
in fact, that was Hull's only shift of overtime.
Only shift of overtime. Second overtime, and he never got on the ice. And they said, well, he's fresh, give it a shot. He was injured. And, of course, he gets it. And Holzinger decides that I guess he's doing some kind of ballerina dance with him, and it goes right by him. Man.
You can't stop dead.
Gutless.
You just couldn't stop that.
How about just hitting him?
I know. You're winning it. You knock him on his butt. But anyways, just thought we'd comment quick on that. And a long list of it.
And just to add to that, it's not really sour grapes for Sabres fans. I get your point. We don't obsess over it.
No.
As talking for Tom and I, we don't obsess over it. But we still believe that it was wrong, and that maybe another place and time it wouldn't have happened.
You see some of the non-calls of late, the Rams game and stuff. People want to go to court and boycott and sue. Everybody wants to sue. We legitimately got screwed there. You could not have your foot in the crease. He did. It should have restarted.
Right.
But we move on and talk about the draft. The Sabres came in. Now, this is a big weekend for the NHL. All the GMs, everybody's together. They draft. There's a lot of trades. They finally got the roster, the cap figure figured out.
Yeah,
a lot of bean counting.
Yeah, they couldn't even. I mean, it took them like weeks to dot the I, cross the T, and divide by 12. I don't know.
While holding your breath.
Yeah.
And then they do a best of three. They do it 3 times to see if it all comes out the same way.
Okay, right.
It's a long process, and they got it done. And free agency period where you can't talk, but you have talked, but you can't talk period. Now you can talk.
Right.
And you also have the restricted free agents. We're now offer sheets, but apparently that's taboo because if you do it to me, that's going to open up a whole new can of worms. But it's okay that we've had it done to us.
Right.
But bottom line is we drafted, we had a little luck there in the first round. I mean, these guys, who knows, right? But we needed a big center, and with Detroit taking the defenseman from Germany, had brought Dylan Cousins to us, and I like it. He's a big kid. He's got to fill out. He's a super good skater. He can score, and kind of happy with that pick.
Yeah, I am too. I will say that after the German was taken, and Jawohl to him.
I shouldn't do that.
Well, that's kind of racist. Yeah.
It is.
But Jawohl to him, and no, I thought at that point then it was still going to be basically Zegras or Caulfield. Now, not that he wasn't rated highly, Cousins. I just figured we had our eye on him as it came out because we're not in the room with him.
Right.
They wanted Cousins all along.
And the Sabres tried to trade up.
Yeah.
And as did Vancouver Canucks try to trade up.
Yeah.
And we found out later. We really don't find out from our sources here. You have to listen to NHL radio or whatever. But I think they might have been trying to get the Turcotte guy.
Turcotte, yeah.
But,
who was rated, I think. They talk about the top 2 were rated as, elite, and then everybody kind of 3 through 10 were but the same. But everything I read just raved about Turcotte.
Yep. Good 200-foot guy and could score. The only thing I question, and again, I know nothing. There was like 5 or 6 of those guys from that team selected, I think, in the first round, and maybe even a couple more in the draft itself. And
so you got to ask, maybe were they all helping each other be get that good, and then when they go out as individuals, they may not be able to play that well.
And we were going to do some research. We got caught up in some stuff going on. We wanted to check out that scoring, what they're basing it on. You know, Caulfield scored so many goals, more than Eichel and Matthews. We'll get that together for everybody in a later show. Or if anybody knows those numbers or how they developed them, send us a line or
at Wayner58. So I another thing that I read this on Twitter that just stunned me is that we've talked about how poor the Sabres drafting has been since normally we've been talking since 2010, 2011. But somebody came up and said that we have not had a 20-goal scorer selected by the Buffalo Sabres in the second round and beyond since 2001. Wow, is all I can
can't sustain life on that.
No, and no wonder we've been bad for 8-9 years.
Some of it, it's all a crapshoot.
Yeah.
But I mean, even the blind squirrel's got to get a nut.
Why isn't our crapshoot as good as the Boston crapshoot?
Right.
I'm kind of tired of it.
And one of the things we know really hurt this organization was the horrific video scouting by the Golisano regime. Now I know you Rochester people love Tommy. I guess he did save the Sabres, whatever.
Yeah.
But my God, he did not run paychecks like that because he would have never made any money running a business the way he ran the Sabres.
That's right. He just
and
saved
video
them
scouting. Are you kidding me?
We're a laughingstock. You go on NHL radio and everything. They talk about those days.
They still talk about it. I was listening the other day, and they still bring it up.
It's terrible.
You took a Zach Cashin, for example, right, and not having any foot on the ground in the barn. You find out a lot talking to Zamboni driver at his home rink. As kidding as it is.
Well, Zach Cashin was a nut.
He was a nut. He was raised by his brothers. I think his dad died at a young age, and maybe a little bit of hops in there too much. And
red flags.
These things you don't know, but you look him on video, and my God, he's phenomenal. Well, thanks, Tom. Hope everything's going well with the tennis star.
I'm sad to say he lives where I have a condo, but I'm not going to go visit him.
What is Monica Seles? It was Monica Seles, right?
Seles, yeah.
You think she just liked the money?
Yeah, definitely. She's not sleeping with him. There's no way.
Tommy, you go back to sleep, Tommy.
Tommy, go back to sleep. I'm not lay with you.
At this time of night? But anyways.
And she got a little H, too. She looks like a little pear-shaped.
Was she the one that the lunatic came out of the stand?
Yes, stabbed her, yeah.
Anyways.
Hey, you digress.
Well, we did. We got totally off the point here. Now we go into, we get past the draft. We took the other guy with the 31st pick, Ryan Johnson, who is all I heard is a phenomenal
Ryan
skater.
Or Brian?
Ryan.
Okay, because it was Brian at ACDC.
And I also
Brian
know
Johnson.
his nickname.
This is Brian Johnson of They Say.
You know what his nickname is for hockey?
What?
Take a guess. Nope.
Slow as sludge?
Yanni.
And why is that?
You got me, but they asked him the other day and he said Yanni. The J is silent. Well, then how do you get Yanni?
I'm not getting it. But now I was at development camp yesterday. Let me give you a few tidbits on that. Johnson looked really good. He's flying around. Now it's hard to tell. I will say the first session, the goaltenders dominated, and one of those goaltenders was the kid from Finland, Pontillo.
Yeah, he's 6'6", 274 pounds.
Massive.
But he finally realized, we think, because I read his comments, he goaltends from the back line, just stand still. Well, we've always said in this show, why get a big goaltender that plays small?
Yeah.
They drop and leave all these openings. Just stand there.
Not much to shoot. But the other thing is that, and you probably already heard this, but this is from my mouth, not Hannigan and what's his name, Hamilton. Tage Thompson dominated the first session, and he should. He's played in the NHL. He should, and he dominated.
He is better than an AHL level. He had a great AHL stint. He probably should have went down sometime last year, but let's hope that he's a future help here.
His shots were amazing. Let's talk about the kid Cousins. Looked nervous at first, didn't quite understand the drills. Then he got them and he flew. He did not score a lot. He come in on the shots and he wasn't picking the corners. They were wide. And then he was trying to get the goalie moving and slide it between the legs. That didn't work out. So he didn't score a lot. But again, I mean, who cares, right?
And a lot of them haven't. I think they said they hadn't skated in a
long time. I had a direct line into behind the bench. They take a walkway back into the locker room. And when he came off with about a minute to go in the drill, he grabbed a garbage can and it appeared to be upchucking. So There's a little inside there.
Luckily, we weren't filming then.
That was not.
That would not have been pretty.
That wouldn't
Although
have been
people can put up with this.
Yeah, this isn't pretty.
Little phlegm ain't gonna bother anybody.
Especially in 4K. I did notice a couple guys that I never heard of do horrifically poorly when they were doing that back skating drill, and the forward got to skate, and they had to back skate to center ice, and they got walked around. But some of the kids that we know are coming up here on D, they played it really, really well. So not much else there. I mean, you would expect Olofsson, Rasmus Asplund. I think get rid of. You've heard us say it a million times. You got to waive Larson, and I think Asplund's your fourth line center, and we can go from there.
A lot of skill.
A lot of skill. Fast. He hounds you. Pekar was not there because he's injured.
Got hurt, injured in an off-ice workout.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him because he's a hound.
As did that other draft pick, Huglen.
Huglen was not there.
High school.
Yeah, what did they call that when we coached? When they took the puck on their flat of their stick and came around and threw it in like lacrosse. What was that called? The Colorado?
Michigan, when they pick it up. Right, yeah, right, the Michigan.
We call it the Michigan. They call it the lacrosse goal now. I don't know.
All the years I've coached, I had one player for me, Ricky Cartwright, pulled it off in a game. Unbelievable. The place we were in the, that academy down there in Cleveland. I can't think of it now.
Yeah.
And he pulled it off. The place went nuts. It was unbelievable. That takes some serious hand-eye and mitts.
Yeah, it does.
Mitts meaning, the hands.
Yeah, what's a mitt?
That's a
Didn't that word. We played the Toronto Suburbs and then we beat them in the finals?
We beat Markham in the finals.
Markham, yeah.
That was sweet. Gilmore Academy.
Gilmore Academy.
Just came back to me. I retained
some uses.
Mostly water.
Yeah. Mostly water.
Well, moving on. I mean, we drafted. We mentioned a couple more. Who knows? It'll be 3-4 years, right?
Yep.
The trade front, and I thought we'd comment a little bit on the trade front and the Sabres action so far as
trades, UFA, RFA sheets, offer sheets.
I thought we'd comment for a second on that.
Okay.
Well, if you've noticed the silence, there isn't a hitch or glitch in your camera or TV. There's been none.
Yeah.
Jason's been silent. There's not even a whole lot of rumors. I know a lot of teams in our division haven't done anything yet, but you can't skate this same roster out there, Jason.
You can't.
And
you can't do it. The fans aren't going to put up with it. My son's buying my season tickets. 28 years. I can't take much more. I love him. I'll watch him.
Are you going to make the payments and have him pay you like a subcontractor? Or
No. It's in my name still, but he's paying them.
Gotcha.
Because we would give up 28 years of seniority.
Gotcha. So it's not going to be like a StubHub kind of thing?
No, nothing like that. And if the Sabres are listening, just disavow any knowledge of that.
Right.
Okay.
So he's done nothing. We were not involved in any rumors. They were talking about trading Risto. Apparently all the bean counters say that Risto can't play anymore. All I do know is we have to do something up front. Number 2 center, something has to be done. We can't go into the season again with the same guys.
No, you know what? Sitting, looking at it objectively, I don't think we got much. I think we got some problems. I think that he's drafted well, and I think that some of these players are going to come around. But again, it's a 3 to 4 year journey. In the meantime, we let the end of last year go on way too long, and I don't see trade. Well, the trade chip we got is Risto, but
did he trade for Scandella?
Yes.
Is that bilateral?
Yeah.
So other than the Scandella trade, the Ryan O'Reilly trade, the Evander Kane trade, the Sherry deal, and
what about Beaulieu?
And signing Beaulieu, he's really done pretty good with trades.
He traded for Beaulieu.
Right.
So other than those, he's done wonderful. The Jeff Skinner trade, and that's about it.
Right.
He's got Risto. Don't give him up with a new coach coming in unless you steal a good second line center. I don't want to hear about any slob or prospect. If you get somebody for him, great. If not,
someone's got to skate on this roster next year.
Yeah.
And I'm not. There is a brief rumor about that Finn from San Jose.
Donskoy.
I think again you're taking a guy that played on a third line and moving him to a top line. Nah.
Yeah.
I think, going to sound wacky here, maybe you have to look at the restricted free agent and load up a deal for that kid from Carolina. Aho, or I think Winnipeg has one or two that, and you lose a few draft picks, but my God, you get some strength. You get a solid 21-year-old kid that's kicked some butt, And
Plus, if with our scouting, if our draft picks are in the late teens, early 20s, we're getting basically Benny Hanna will never get here.
I think under Botterill, drafting-wise, has been better. We'll give him his due. But when you're drafting first, seventh, it's a lot easier,
Well,
right?
all I'm saying is as I look at the second, third, fourth rounders, it looks like there may be some talent. I don't know. We won't know for sure. Okay.
Right.
By the way, it's Botterill. Please forget the E. He gets very upset. It's not Botterill. It's Botterill.
Botterill?
Botterill.
The E silent?
The E is silent.
Kind of like the J silent with Yanni.
Yeah, he gets very upset when you call him
Really?
Botterill.
He talks really quick, if you've ever noticed.
So anyway, we went out draft and we grabbed this guy and he says he's a Finn and you got anyway. I saw the Finn yesterday. He couldn't score either.
Which one was that
The
now?
5'8" Finn that we got, not Ristolainen, Roostalainen.
Arturo Roostalainen?
Yeah.
He scored a lot with men in Finland.
Yes, he did. He took
And
showers
I don't mean
with
that. I mean on the ice. Everybody
Took
calm down.
He took showers with men, grown men. But he's fast. He scored a lot over there. He does, he's very small. I would liken him to a Tyler Ennis as far as size. But he maintained pretty well on the 3-on-3s and the bottles.
You know, when Tyler Ennis used to skate and stuff when he was a kid, his mom always gave him milk.
Milk. I know. I don't know where you got that, but that's a great tidbit.
And then he'd skate with friends and stuff with milk.
Yeah, they roll milk out to him.
Yeah.
I never knew that. But yeah. So anyway, I think. Well, I hope that I come back to you in like December and say, "Wow, was I wrong?" But I think that we might be in for a little bit of a long year.
To them?
Yeah, to the fans.
Right.
Although I will say, I think that our coach is going to add a few wins. I do.
I think so. Let's face it, though. We've said it before. We're going to say it again today. Players got to play better.
They just got to play.
Some of the rumors we've picked up on the trade bits and stuff from the NHL radio and such, some players just don't want to come here.
Yeah.
And that's probably some truth because we are down the road from winning. But Jack, take that personally. Sam, Jeff, Rasmus, take that. Why don't you want to play with me? We're good.
Yeah.
And you guys have to be better. That top line has to be top again.
Yeah.
Darlene's got to get better, and we got to stop about 919, 920 save percentage here. This 908 and whatever Allmark did the second half of the year, it's unacceptable.
Yeah, it's definitely unacceptable. Yeah, I'd like to see Ukko-Pekka here maybe midway through the year after getting through the hip surgery.
UPL?
UPL, and playing maybe a half a year down there after getting through the surgery. I'd love to see him come up here and play some hockey, but I don't know that's going to happen. I think they're going to cook him.
Well, let's hope that he doesn't, because that would mean maybe the Sabres are having a bad year and they want to take a look. Let's hope he gets a real solid AHL year, and maybe
nice.
they could win a playoff game in the AHL.
Yeah, that would be nice. I'm going to look at our buzzer here.
I think we might have overdone it, but